Greetings, welcome to Facts About Everything. I'm your host, James Egan. Today we're going to look at Deadpool 2. Don't worry, there's going to be no spoilers. In the film, Cable's rifle has 11 modes, like machine gun, rocket launcher, shotgun, and so forth. This is a reference to the guitar in the mockumentary, This Is Spinal Tap, that goes up to 11.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
And that is the first fact about Deadpool 2. Let's dive in. Deadpool director Tim Miller refused to return due to creative differences with Ryan Reynolds. Miller was replaced with David Leitch. Josh Brolin plays Cable. This is the 5th comic book character that Josh Brolin has played. He played the title character in Jonah Hex. God, I forgot about that. Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Agent K in Men in Black 3. Is that a comic book? Huh. And Dwight in Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. The film's fake title was Love Machine. Deadpool refers to Cable as One-Eyed Willie. This is the name of the pirate in The Goonies, which Josh Brolin starred in.
I know you would think that from good old Tom. You idiot!
Every comic book fan knows that Cable is Cyclops' son. Despite this is not referred to in the movie. To keep Deadpool 2 a secret, a fake plot was released for the film, which goes like this. After surviving a near-fatal bovine attack, a disfigured cafeteria chef struggles to fulfill his dream of becoming Mayberry's hottest bartender while also learning to cope with his lost sense of taste. Man, it just keeps going on and on like that. Domino is black and has a white mark on her eye. In the comic, she has chalk white skin and has a black mark on her eye. Although people loved Cable and Domino in the test screens, they wished there was more of them. As a result, reshoots occurred for 6 days to put more of those characters in the film. Although Stan Lee doesn't physically cameo, he does appear as a piece of graffiti just before Domino lands on the truck. In this movie, the mutant The Vanisher is invisible. In the comics, he's a teleporter. He's also the second villain that the X-Men ever faced. And he looks really stupid, even by comic book standards. Okay, this one isn't really a spoiler because you will never notice this unless I say it. In the very first scene where Cable travels into the present, the very first person he sees is a redneck. This redneck is Matt Damon. That's not really a spoiler because it's better if I tell you now you haven't seen the movie because I just didn't notice until afterward. I was like, oh, I wish I knew that. The tagline was, prepare for the second coming. The film was announced 3 days before Deadpool was released. Stuntwoman Joy Harris died on the 16th of August 2017 when a motorcycle stunt went wrong. The production was shut down for 2 days. Domino is played by Zazie Beetz. Sienna Miller and Ruby Rose were considered for the role. Bill Skarsgård plays Zeitgeist. He is not the first person in his family to be in a Marvel film. His father, Stellan Skarsgård, plays Dr. Selvig in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In Deadpool's Bob Ross parody trailer, Deadpool shows all the colors the viewer will need to paint. They include Clockwork Orange, Girls of Indigo, Soylent Green, Men in Black, which is a reference to Men in Black, Box Office Gold, which is a reference to Deadpool's success, Doc Brown, which is a reference to the scientist in Back to the Future, Pretty in Pink, Silverlicious, Yellow Snow, Reddit, which is a reference to Reddit, and Betty White.
God, I love cocaine.
Cable was nearly played by Pierce Brosnan, Brad Pitt, and Michael Shannon. However, the creator of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld, said the person he wanted to play Cable was Russell Crowe. A taxi sign promotes an agency called Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight is the Canadian version of the Avengers. Wolverine used to be a part of the team before he joined the X-Men. At one point, Deadpool refers to Cable as Thanos. This is an obvious reference to the fact that Brolin played Thanos in Avengers Infinity War, which was only released 3 weeks before this film. Actors dream of being in a Marvel film, and you had to be in 2 movies as 2 different characters, not even a month apart, 3 weeks. Give the other actors a chance, Josh Brolin. Hey, greedy. In the trailer, Deadpool says he has the stones for Cable. This is a reference to the Infinity Stones that Josh Brolin's character Thanos desires in Avengers Infinity War. In the trailer and the movie, Deadpool points out that Cable should be taller. This is because Josh Brolin is 5'11". In the comics, Cable is 6'8". Deadpool complains that Cable is too dark and asks if he came from the DC universe. This is a jab at the DCU films, which are criticized for their overly dark tone. I mean, they make fun of the Marvel Cinematic Universe film as well, but I can imagine the Marvel executives just going, oh yeah, that's funny, okay, you got us, yeah, we do that. But the DC executives are just like, please don't bully us. There was a fan petition to get Quentin Tarantino to direct the film. Tarantino said he wouldn't work on a script based on an existing property, which is odd, because he tried to make a Silver Surfer movie. And Kill Bill is a complete ripoff of Lady Snowblood, so hey, hypocrite. There was a line making fun of Disney, but it was cut as the director didn't want to get sued. The film came out 2 weeks early. At one point, Deadpool says to Domino, "Shut up, Black Widow." This is a reference to Scarlett Johansson's character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Also, a lot of people don't realize that Scarlett Johansson used to be married to Ryan Reynolds. I already mentioned that in my Ryan Reynolds video. I'll leave a link at the end of this video if you want to check that out. Okay, this is a joke. I'm very certain I'm the only person in the entire cinema who got this reference. Deadpool says Domino looks like she was created by a guy who can't draw feet. This is a reference to the creator of Deadpool and Domino, Rob Liefeld, who is infamous for drawing characters with disproportionately small feet. Rob Liefeld is actually known to be one of the worst, if not the worst comic book artist ever. It's weird, because if you look at his drawings at a glance, you're like, hey, that's pretty badass. But when you actually study it, you realize it doesn't make any anatomical sense. Especially this picture of Captain America, where, does his chest have a chest? Like, nobody just built like that. There's a character in the film called The Prisoner. I actually couldn't find a photo of him, so here's just a picture of my puppy. Anyway, many viewers were curious who voices the Prisoner. He's actually voiced by Ryan Reynolds. When Deadpool fights the Prisoner, he says, "The sun's getting real low." This is what Black Widow says to the Hulk in Avengers: Age of Ultron when she wants the Jade Giant to go to sleep. At one point, Deadpool lets out a Wilhelm scream. This is the most popular scream effect in movie history. It was popularized in Star Wars. In the film 48 Hours, Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte are working on the same case, but they keep butting heads. This dynamic was used for Cable and Deadpool. When Ryan Reynolds was asked if there's any other films that inspired the tone of the movie, he said, The Notebook. The budget was $110 million. In the official trailer, Deadpool plays with action figures of himself and Cable. The Deadpool action figure is wearing the same outfit Woody wears in Toy Story. On top of that, the sole of the action figure's feet read Wade. This is a reference to how the sole of Woody's foot reads Andy. Although most superhero movies update the character's costume in the sequel, Deadpool's outfit is the same as it appeared in the previous film. At one point, Deadpool is burned and his suit turns grey. This is a reference to the costume he wears in the X-Force comics. Celine Dion appeared in a short film with Deadpool before the release of the film. She agreed to it because her son is a huge fan of the comic book character. This is the second time where Ryan Reynolds plays a character who was placed in a coffin while still alive. The first film was Buried, which is extraordinarily underrated. Check it out. The film's title doesn't appear on early film posters as the studio didn't know what to call it. Several months before the film came out, it was simply referred to as Untitled Deadpool Project. The studio couldn't come up with a clever title, so the film was just called Deadpool 2. I really wish it was just called Untitled Deadpool Project. The first official trailer said Deadpool meet Cable. I actually thought that was the title of the movie. They should have kept it like that. In the official trailer, Deadpool points out that the CGI on Cable's arm is unfinished. He shouts, "It's a metal arm, it's not like we're trying to remove a mustache." This is an obvious reference to the Justice League film for using CGI to remove Henry Cavill's mustache, which cost millions of dollars. Some people have asked me to do a video about X-Force. I don't have a lot of facts about it, apart from the ones I've already mentioned in my video about Cable. But I'll briefly mention it because this movie is the live-action debut of X-Force. The team X-Force debuted in New Mutants number 100 in 1991. It is a Black Ops mutant team that was created and led by Cable. But in this movie, X-Force was created to take down Cable. The first team in the comics was made up of Cannonball, Boom Boom, Warpath, Shatterstar, Feral, Copycat, and Cable. In this movie, the team was made up of Deadpool, Domino, Shatterstar, Bedlam, Zeitgeist, and Peter.
Any power you want to tell us about?
I don't have one. I just saw the ad. You're in.
Peter's the best one. The X-Force comics were created to be more aggressive and badass after readers complained that the X-Men seemed mopey in the stories at the time. Bedlam, whose real name is Jesse Aronson, is played by Terry Crews in this film. Bedlam can create an electrical field that disrupts mechanisms and electronic equipment. Shatterstar, who's played by Louis Tan, his real name is Gavidra 7. He is the son of the X-Men Longshot and Dazzler. Also, let me know if you want to do a video about Dazzler or Longshot. Shatterstar can channel shockwaves through his swords. He also has hollow bones, making him incredibly light and agile. Also, Shatterstar is gay. When he kissed Richter, it was the first male-male kiss between two superheroes in Marvel history. Shatterstar has many nicknames, including the Prince of Blades, Starface, and Shatty Buns. Unsurprisingly, Shatty Buns was coined by Deadpool. Zeitgeist, whose real name is Axel Clooney, is played by Bill Skarsgård. He has the ability to spew acid from his mouth. He wears a mouthguard to prevent himself from melting something or someone by accident. And finally, Deadpool calls the film the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants Pure Pornography. This is a jab at Ryan Reynolds' own wife, Blake Lively, who appears in the film. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please let me know if there's any other Marvel films you want me to talk about, and I'll upload a video as soon as possible. To learn more facts, check out my books on Amazon. They're available on paperback and Kindle. Thanks for watching. See you again.